We are recording.
Amazing. So, welcome to session 3 of the Lights of Lumen. Last session, we had quite a gentle one. Uh, Wonderful characters. The charming Primrose, the enigmatic Morrigan, the sneaky Scrick, and the... What's the word I'm looking for? Oh god! It's like Endeavour, but as a adjective. Endeavourous. That's now a word. Celia Brunt. We're going intrepid. Thank you. That is the word I was looking for. We're going into some downtime. Some of you were crafting away. Celia crafting a gift for Primrose. Morrigan crafting some healing salves. Others were doing their own thing. Working away very effectively was Primrose Meadow, earning quite a bit of money doing her family's traditional farming and agriculture. But your activities were somewhat disrupted by an invitation to dinner at Oakleaf Manor. The family of Gwillem Oakleaf, Celia's paramour, who wants to thank you for saving her life. There you were greeted by the family in its entirety, everyone looking very fancy, invited inside, served hors d'oeuvres and a 3-course meal. Squick turned up a little bit later on and had an interesting conversation. And the father, whose name suddenly eludes me, but took a bit of a... Daddy Oakleaf. Lord Forswain Oakleaf, self-titled lord, began to prod and poke at Celia and was swiftly pulled off by Lady Ginna Oakleaf, who considered her husband thoroughly rude and sent him up to his room to sulk. You were then shown an interesting piece of high society technology, a muse crystal or a muse gem. I can't remember what I called it last time. But essentially it was transporting sound from far off Crucible, a live performance by the Lady Ginna's cousin, Vittoria Strikesworn, playing the violin and singing. It was quite beautiful. With Forswain gone, your evening was quite delightful, and you had a rather lovely time, or were invited back in the future, and heartfelt conversations were had. Beyond that, Celia went to investigate the recent disappearance of Mr. Muffin Paws, her great-grandmother, Belle Swift Brunt's beloved cat. Looking around the room, eventually Celia managed to find an intriguing what looked like a little door in the skirting board of Belle Swift's room, and following it to its logical conclusion, managed to find a little door on the outside of her house as well. Lying in wait with her companions roped in to help, and quite the overly complex trap devised by Scrick, providing theatrics, if nothing else, you all managed to capture what appears to be a gremlin. A small gremlin, specifically a scrit, a type of gremlin known for its hatred of books and libraries and such. It loves to deface them and destroy them. And through your various interrogation techniques, you've managed to get it to tell you that Mr. Muffin Paws and some of this creature's companions are in a cave to the east, I think, of Lumen Village. And so, gathering your things together, mere minutes later, under Celia's guidance, you headed off towards that there cave. And so, we'll jump in on your short journey. Could I have everybody, please? I've been umming and ahhing what kind of check this would be, so I'll allow you to choose for your character between survival, nature, and society. But a check from everybody, please.
Survival, nature, or society? I don't think
Probably
any good in
nature.
any of them.
Yeah, nature.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wonderful!
man.
I will take this moment to remind everybody that at the start of a new session, you all have 1 hero point on your sheets. You may probably don't want to use it now, but it's up to you. Waiting on the fated Morrigan. Oh, a 6! Brilliant! Excellent from everybody. Well, this has gotten off to an excellent start. You are all heading off to the east, not really knowing anything that matches the description or brief description that this gremlin has given you of a cave off to the east. So you're just using the gremlin as your guide.
Nice.
We'll see how that goes. So, as you leave Lumen Village and heading off towards the east, you're all familiar with the local biome, if you like. Grasslands, rolling hills, nothing too extreme. Often you might stumble into a rabbit hole or come across a copse of trees, some interesting fruits or berries. But how are you getting to your destination? Are you constantly questioning the gremlin? Are you just walking east and hoping for the best? What's the plan?
Grick isn't helping at all, he's just following.
Yep, Scrick tailing along at the back. Makes sense to me.
I need to look at the actions quickly.
What would be like the equivalent of like an insight check in this game?
It would be the sense motive action, which uses perception.
I'll do that. I'll see if
Yeah, you trying to get a read on the gremlin?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Perception, you say. Perceive, is that the one? Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
Ooh,
How's that?
quite nice. You get the feeling that the gremlin is leading you in the correct direction overall, but it's definitely having some fun on top of that. Every now and then you spot a little smirk on its cheek. It'll be like, "Oh no, go round this side of the hill," and then you'll go around and end up in a load of mud or something, and it's just there like.
Going the long way around.
Can I
exactly.
try and sense direction?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me have a little look-see.
It says using the stars, the position of the sun, traits of the geography or flora, or the behaviour of fauna, you can stay oriented in the wild. Typically, you attempt a survival check only once per day, so it may have counted already towards that.
Oh, no. This would be a separate thing. Feel free to roll survival. Okay. Do not have a compass, so there's a -2 item penalty. Ooh, pretty good though.
Nearly.
And are you trained in survival at all?
I believe so. Yes. Yes, I am.
Excellent.
Oh wait, am I?
Not a level
No, I'm
0.
not. I'm not. Not a level 0.
Oh, level 0, yeah. But still, not a bad roll. You definitely feel navigating from a few sort of distant landmarks, keeping the far-off ridges of the Bodkins to your left. You feel confident that you are heading east. You are heading in the right direction, though I will say with that roll, alongside Primrose, you, Celia, are realizing that you are taking much longer than you should be taking to get where you're going. You're going east, but it feels like you're walking back and forth in a zigzag east.
Can I attempt to coerce?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
What's his face? Scrit?
Yeah, he is a Scrit. You don't yet have a name for the creature.
Oh, sorry.
Anya has affectionately named him Sea Scrit Steve.
Sea Scrit Steve. Well, I want to try and coerce Steve because...
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I've got to spend at least 1 minute of conversation with the creature you can see.
This would be happening as you're going along. You've got him in the jar.
And then attempt a intimidation check. Oops,
Love that.
The wrong button.
I've got an extra circumstance bonus in mind, considering how successful previous intimidations have been.
Yeah, I think she's just kind of giving some sort of speech to him about how Scrit sounds like it would be a delicious side on the side of some kind of pumpkin stew.
Amazing.
Yeah, not good.
A 7. Not a critical failure. But the creature definitely glowers up at you, Celia, and throughout the speech, it continues to interrupt with annoying little outbursts or like, I'm gonna sneeze, and just like completely breaking the flow of your attempt to coerce him. He continues to act very distracted, and now he's not even directing you in a roundabout way. He's now just being like, "Oh, what's the next way? Or maybe we should go back a little bit before we head on."
Oh shit.
Yeah. I guess we're going in zigzags.
Is anyone like an expert in like survival? I mean, I suppose not at level 0, right?
I've got. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm. Well, I am trained in it, I think, but.
I'm not an expert though. We can't do follow the expert.
No.
Fuck.
You'd look on your character sheet and see what it says for survival. Are you trained?
Oh no, actually I'm not.
Yeah, you could do a survival check if you like. You have walked this area probably more than the others, considering your age. How did you do? Oh, nice. You may. Yeah, you can use your hero point.
Oh.
A 12. Okay. Considering how far you've gone already, you've been traveling probably about half an hour to 45 minutes now. You, Morrigan, along with Revna, do you have Revna out at the moment, or? Yeah, so with Revna out, sniffing around the floor, you share a brief moment of empathic connection with each other, looking into each other's eyes, and you wave the rest of the group on. You think you've got a fairly decent idea of the direction that you need to go in. You see, sort of visualize a desire trail that other animals have taken and flattened the grass through these fields. And you head on. Okay, with that in mind, probably only take you guys another 20 minutes or so. And the script would be frequently trying to mislead you, but with Morrigan's leadership completely ignoring the troublesome gremlin, you manage to arrive at a cave. The cave looks somewhat like this. Anya will tell you I had much trouble finding a suitable picture. Imagine this, but a little more set into the ground, not quite as big, the opening, as this one. And allow me to read something quickly. There it is. So, as you've been coming up to this cave, there would be a very familiar smell to you now, Celia. This is a smell you sensed in your great-grandmother's bedroom. And now around you, you would see that it comes from a certain plant. This is a plant called the horsehair plant. Primrose, you would be very familiar with this, as would Morrigan. This plant is well known for being able to be crushed up and essentially like it's sap or a thin juice almost, if you like, made from much of the plant crushed up. Has muscle relaxant properties. It's actually used to help with aches and pains.
Why are they growing like Rohypnol? It's terrifying.
No, you can have a muscle relaxant that isn't like a fucking paralytic.
That's what I thought you meant when you
Hoppers.
looked at me like that. I thought you were trying to say it was like used as like anesthesia, and I
No,
was like,
this is like you
fucking
rub it on your aching muscle and it feels a bit
okay,
nicer.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I apologise.
It's
I
okay.
think it's because caves make me anxious. I'm already thinking I'm gonna get stuck in it, and I'm like, even though it's a character, I'm like, I'm gonna get stuck in the cave and I'm gonna die.
Well, we
I'm gonna
shall
shut up
see
now.
with how you guys are rolling so far.
How big
But-
is the entrance to the cave compared to us?
Probably about 10 feet wide. So 2 of you abreast could go into the entrance of the cave.
How tall?
Not as tall as this picture. Probably only about 10 feet up.
Okay.
But you don't have to be crouching to get in.
Okay.
But yeah, within a rolling sea of the horsehair plant, renowned for its muscle relaxant properties, is a small cave. Much like its coastal comparison as a rolling sea, the horsehair hollow has a number of empty liquor bottles scattered about the entrance. Rough stone describes a craggy circle, the daylight only able to pierce as far as the sharp curve of a slope, so it looks like it slopes down inside the cave, descending down into the ground behind. An old, used campfire alongside a bunch of harvested and dried horsehair completes the scene as the wind ruffles the brush-like stalks all around.
So there's a dried out campfire next to it.
Yeah, it looks quite old, but you see black ash, the remnants of firewood, and some empty liquor bottles.
Can I?
The
sorry.
liquor bottles a particular brand?
You can. None of them have any labels on them, but you could absolutely do a society check to see if you recognize the shape.
Yeah, just see if they're useful, for things.
Absolutely. Yeah, you would recognize 3 of these bottles look like poorly made, very basic glass bottles. You can't see the stoppers anywhere, but one of them actually looks like it held some quite fancy liquor. You're not entirely sure of the brand, but at the top of the bottle it has one of those nice little metal wire attached stoppers that can be pulled in and out as you like.
He's gonna go over and pick it up and be like, "It was your fit," and put it in his bag.
Fantastic, yeah. Please add that into your inventory.
Can Celia investigate the fire pit and see how, if she can determine how long ago it might have been? Maybe using nature to recall knowledge.
Yeah, nature works for me.
Wait, is that open the wrong character sheet again? Why does it keep doing this? I don't understand.
I don't know, it's quite annoying, but it's not a big deal. Don't mind. Like I said, I'm not entirely sold on the level 0 rules.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Oh wow, very nice. This fire looks like it was quite a while ago. You think these people are probably long gone now. With that roll, I'd say you can probably narrow it down to 3 weeks, a month, if not more.
Could I further investigate and try and maybe use survival to see if I can determine if there's any evidence of them being dragged into the cave or any all going into the cave?
Yeah, sounds like a perception check to me. Or survival if you prefer.
I will perception because I'm better at that.
Oh, nice. There looks to be no evidence, and in fact, you find the opposite. You can see what looks like, when you look closer at the fire pit, it looks like it was kicked put out with someone kicking a bunch of dirt onto it. And around to the side of the hollow, you can see that people clearly left and walked off with some old boot tracks caked in some dried mud there. It doesn't look like anyone was dragged inside.
So does this just look like where teenagers hang out?
Pretty much, yeah. With the discarded liquor bottles and the fire, it looks like whether it was travellers or locals who wanted a place to sit. This just looks like a bit of a landmark that's been used as a place to sit and perhaps tell stories or spend the night. But you do note that the gremlin in the jar is looking very uncomfortable.
We'll see in
Just quick look at the gremlin.
Yeah. You'd see, Scrick, that the gremlin is kind of tossing and turning even within the jar, hands on the side like a mime almost, pressing, almost looking for an escape that clearly doesn't exist.
He's dodgy.
Yeah.
You're dodgy.
Yeah.
Celia looked down at Steve and just say, "What's eating ya?"
Look up and, like, in clearly a show of nervousness, be like tapping.
Oh, have I disconnected? I have. My internet's crashed.
You died.
Yeah, internet's dead.
Hold on, Natalie's internet's died. You're gonna have to hold on a second because Natalie's internet's died. Internet is died.
Right, and do you want to tell us about some of these things that you've got inside there?
Your cat.
What?
Your cat. Cat friend, cat one in cave.
Do you mean Revna, the wolf?
Shakes his head.
Mr. Muffin Paws.
Morrigan would remember that you're looking for Mr. Muffin Paws.
Oh, of course we fucking are. Sorry. You mean Mr. Muffin Paws? Is he inside this cave? Sorry, I don't know what this accent is today.
Stupid name. Cat inside. Cat inside.
Well, how do you know? I came up with that name. Inside the cave.
Yes. Cave inside. Stupid lady.
Why'd you look nervous?
You had such a look of relish on your face then when you made eye contact with me and just went, "Stupid lady."
It like knocks its little hands against the jar sides. In here, stuck. Stupid.
Right.
Should we go in and get Mr. Muffin Paws?
Yeah, I don't think there's any good talking to this idiot.
I'm not entirely sure I trust him to be telling the truth.
Neither do I, but we don't have any better leads.
Well, can
You should give him
Revna
to me.
smell Mr. Muffin Paws? No.
You want to
What?
tell Revna
Sorry?
to have a sniff around for Mr. Muffin Paws?
Yeah, I mean, would Celia have anything on her that smells of Mr. Muffin Paws, I guess?
Revna might have the scent already. Mr. Muffin Paws has been around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why
Yeah.
not?
And
Sure,
does
give it to
anybody
her.
respond to Scrick saying you could give him to me?
Yeah, I was
No.
going, but I was waiting for Primrose and
I
Ginny
don't
to
think we
finish
should
speaking.
humour him.
Just roll a straight d20 for Revna sniffing.
Yeah, Celia will hand him over to Scrick.
Yes. And he chucks him in his bag.
You hear that? He's now inside the bag in his little jar.
He just mutters to himself, "You're gonna live at my house."
An elegant solution.
Well, I just wanted more stuff.
Hey, it'll make a nice addition to your collection.
Well, thanks. I do like my collection.
I'd love to see it properly someday.
I need to build it up a bit, get some real good stuff.
Yeah, that's
At
fair.
the moment, it's not that,
You got to build up to like the grand opening.
yeah, like a museum.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I can't help but imagine Scrick with the white hair of the Collector from the Marvel Universe. Jesus.
Benicio del Toro as Scrick.
Exactly. Yeah, Revna, you can see and sense, Morganus, you have this empathic connection with your familiar. Can't smell anything, but even though it's old, the amount of ash that's on the ground around just throws Revna off entirely, and you just get a sense of apology from Revna. But yeah, you all stand out the front of this cave.
I'm gonna. It's pretty dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to reach into my backpack and. Oh, wait, I don't have a torch. Never mind. I thought I had a torch, but I don't. Does anyone have a torch?
Yeah, I'm just having a look. One.
Script
I
does.
don't know.
You'd have it lit.
The reassuring crackle of a torch as Scrick holds up a burning torch, a source of light, as you head into. Well, you haven't said that yet, but you've got a torch. Are you heading in?
Yeah, I mean, we should discuss how we're heading in, though. Do we want to, like... Do we want someone to scout and the rest of us move, like, stealthily and avoid notice or whatever?
Can do. Who do you want us to scout?
Don't know, I mean...
Yeah, so there are exploration activities. It would be good to have like a default from each person, though you are free to change them at any point. Just let me know. If you want to have a browse, they are in the old
I can't remember if I got dark vision or not.
useful references section.
I do have dark vision.
Under exploration and downtime activities, such as avoid notice if you're trying to be stealthy, defend if you have a shield, you keep your shield raised,
Where am I looking?
investigate, scout, search.
Where's the shield, right? Or defend? Do I have
Yeah.
a shield? I can't fucking remember. Oh my god! I do have a shield, which I'm going to equip.
Very cool.
Also, I would have equipped my hide armor as well.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Script could offer to scout, seeing as he has got stuff from his journey.
Yeah.
A bottle and a script.
Scrick.
Well, we also...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we could... Yeah. What does scouting do again?
Scouting gives everyone a +1 to their initiative roll, should you end up in combat or an initiative situation.
It's true. I think I'll defend then.
Sounds good.
I can't even see. Oh, there's scouting.
So the investigate is for like trying to figure out information, and then search is looking for traps or hidden things.
With what skill?
That's a great question. Let's have a quick look. My guess would be they're both perception.
Seek.
Oh, okay. So investigate is using recall knowledge, and it's whatever you feel is appropriate. So I would say in this situation, probably nature. You'd be trying to figure things out about the cave, any creatures that might live in there, any signs of things inside, or hazards, or any useful knowledge.
Research,
I think investigation's different to search, though. Because investigate is more, from what I'm reading, it's more about discovering clues. While search is searching for like concealed hazards and
doors, secret doors.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then search says you seek meticulously and seeks a keyword. When it
Seeks
says,
a basic action.
Yeah.
Is a perception check.
So you seek meticulously for hidden doors, concealed hazards, and so on. You can usually make an educated guess to which locations are best. Yeah, you can't travel too fast. Yeah, you need the expeditious search feat. Yeah.
Yeah, you're all going to be traveling at the half speed anyway, because some of you
Yeah.
defending, some of you are scouting.
Maybe we should well, if Scrick is scouting, that seems like a good idea. I'll defend. Then maybe Primrose is quite good at perception, if I'm correct. So maybe you could seek.
Yeah.
And then maybe Morrigan could
investigate.
Maybe, yeah.
Look for clues. Cool. Clues.
Cool. Let's do it.
Amazing. Yeah. So you'll head inside. I'll move you over to this. We're not going to head onto a grid map unless we're jumping into something that requires it. So just bear with me. Head inside Horsehair Hollow.
It's creepy.
The crunch of stones in dark soil beneath your feet echoes off the crumbled soil and stone walls. This very much feels like almost a large animal's cave or a burrow that has expanded over time with natural erosion. After a decline of about 15 feet on a gentle slope, the path ahead clearly forks in two opposite directions, to the left and to the right. The left passageway is larger, but not by much, and opens out beyond into a larger area, which you can see with enough illumination from Scrick's torch. The right-hand path, however, presents a stark difference. A narrow entryway is marked and crisscrossed with thick, stringy webs. The silence of the cavern is deafening as you consider your option.
When do we do our thingy?
So, I will be rolling for Morrigan's one as it's done as a secret check, but I think you just roll yours, Primrose. Let me just check. Search.
The GM attempts a single secret perception check.
Ah, there we go. So I'll be rolling for you as well. Can you each tell me... Actually, no. I've got Morrigan's. But Primrose, what is your perception modifier?
It is +4.
Okay. Very good. I will say, Primrose, even just from the light of Scrick's torch, you sort of take a moment to squint and look down the right-hand passageway, which has the spider webs, and you can see what looks like the silhouette of a humanoid figure stood up straight and arms out, about 25, 30 feet. Just make it out. It doesn't seem to be moving, and the webs are thick, so your vision is very much obscured, but there does seem to be the shape of a humanoid in there.
She would definitely mention it quietly. Oh, does anyone see that over there? She kind of points as well.
Can I make it out if she's pointing it out?
Yeah, with Primrose pointing it out, you are all able to see there is a humanoid figure. The silhouette of a darker humanoid figure in the already dim gloom is shrouded in thick web, yet stands to its full height.
Can Celia just go like... It's like a whistling sound, if you heard that.
I didn't, but I can
Okay.
imagine Celia whistling.
Yeah.
There is zero response.
Okay. Looks like this was someone's tomb. Maybe we should avoid that path.
Yeah, but that's probably where the good stuff is.
I mean, fair point.
Kind of scary. Could try. Is there any other actual way to go?
Just the two paths. There's the one off to your left, which seems to open up into a larger cavernous chamber beyond. And then the one to your right is the one you're all currently peering down with the dark humanoid figure and the thick webbing across it.
How wide is each passage? Would we have to go single file?
The one to your right looks like you would be going single file. The one to your left is broader, probably 2 by 2.
We could ask Scrick's friend Steve. But that seems like a whole thing in itself.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, let's just go down the easy one for now.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Maybe
Okay.
we could, does anyone have anything that might, I don't know, something comes up that way, alert us?
It is a narrow opening, so if you put something in front of it, there's a chance it might get knocked over.
I don't have anything. I've literally got long sword, shield and hide armor, and that's it.
Yeah.
Have I got much in this? No.
What about Scrick? You got anything in your bag that you could like put on the floor in case something comes behind us?
Not that you'd want to leave behind.
Yeah, fair point. Let's just continue in the open area. I think we see a dead body. That doesn't look.
As you head into this open area, Scrick's torch illuminates much of it. With Scrick standing sort of in the middle, it manages to reach each side of the chamber. This chamber looks to be maybe about 35 to 40 feet wide. No higher up, though, so it still is 10 foot. It's clear of your heads for now, but in certain places it slopes down lower. But you can see this is a roughly oblong chamber. You all immediately notice a nasty smell wafting from the far side. A large pile of debris sits squat and spread in the far left corner. It looks to be a mad mixture of broken wood, soiled fabrics, and various damaged household items.
Wait, did he say soiled fabrics?
Absolutely.
It's great to be over there in an instant.
Well, indeed, and as he's running over, you all recognize pieces of objects that have gone missing from Lumen Village over the last few months. There are also slight glints of metallic sheen lit by Scrick's torchlight sporadically throughout the pile that you think are about the right size for coins. And then to the right of the pile is a badly cracked wooden chest. Scrick's heading straight over.
Or if he sees soiled fabric, he's not holding back.
Okay. Scrick goes running over and your source of light with him. As you reach the pile, Scrick, you can see in front of you there's all sorts. There's different fabrics torn up, some in scraps, some look like still mostly intact. There's coins around, there's bits of glass, there's ornaments, there's pottery. This is a cornucopia of junk.
Are there any little folk around, as in little rats?
You can do a perception check for me. Ooh, very nice. Little rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a few little rats squeaking at the edge of the pile there.
Seeing as he's got rat speak,
Oh, incredible.
he's going to be like, oh yeah, some good stuff here. Just in their general direction.
Okay, what does the rat speak allow?
Press it.
Thank you.
Nothing too crazy, I don't think.
The squeaking rats and other rodents makes a strange kind of sense. You can ask questions or receive answers. I mean, that's a lot. Yeah, so you're not asking
beavers.
you're not asking much of them at the moment, just commenting. From their squeaks, you feel they're like, yeah, it's a good one, man. This is some good stuff. You stay over that side though, this is my side.
And he'd back off to be like where rats aren't. Hang on. Right, he's gonna, as he's like rifling through it, he's like, Seen anyone else around here?
One of them's already like headfirst into the junk and trying to like shimmy through some of the stuff, so you don't hear their muffled squeaks. But the other one pops its head up and it's just like, yeah, only the horrible thing inside.
What does that smell like?
Like shit and piss and more shit on top of the piss.
He's gonna think real hard about what that could possibly smell like.
Incredible.
And I want to know if he can get anything out of a long snout rat.
Ooh.
So he's gonna
absolutely.
keep it. He's gonna keep it in mind. That's what it smells like. So if it gets close, he can determine where it is.
In imprecise perception.
I guess
Oh, this is amazing. Yeah, roll a perception check for me, please. In fact, you just did, and you rolled very well, and that'd be the +2. Yeah, so your imprecise scent, with a range of 30 feet, lets you know that there is a creature that smells very differently to these rats, currently inside the junk pile. You think towards the top, maybe about 10 feet away from you, towards where the junk pile rests against the back wall. With your smell, your keen sense of smell, you get the feeling it is, it's in that area.
He's gonna back off a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna pull his dagger out and be like, "It's so bad to jump."
Celia's
What
just
is
been
it?
watching this and been like, who are you talking to?
Yeah, to be clear, you all just saw Skrick run up, talk to some rats who then squeaked back at him, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, all right." And then he pulled his dagger out and backed off from the junk pile.
Everything alright? Skrick?
There's something in there. I can smell it.
What's something?
Something stinky. Can't get out of my snoot.
Should we... I mean, I'm...
Well, no,
Yeah, rats
should we do
said it's the only thing they smell, so it's probably bad.
Was it just the garbage that they smell?
No, it's not garbage. Something else. Something moving.
Something bad?
Can't tell. We should be careful around a junk pile.
Oh my. Okay. Pretty much just sort of backs into the opening.
Celia will kind of
Hey.
step up beside Skrix and be like, should we deal with the problem?
Yeah. Well, dig in, and if I hit on anything, you can clobber them.
Yeah, she's gonna like ready an attack, so as soon as like Skrick like finds anything untoward within this pile, she's gonna like try and slice down at it.
Okay, very cool.
I guess I'll try and vine it.
And Morrigan, ready to lend a hand? Yeah? Okay. Big junk pile. Skrick's digging in. Skrick, you swiftly see lots of interesting bits and pieces as you're digging in. You think there'll be plenty here for you to enjoy. But before you start to do your tried and tested, your favorite thing, your sifting process, a small creature does burst up outwards, but you are all ready for it, so it doesn't get any of its extra stuff. So, I'm going to shift us over. This thing is aggressive. And let me just chuck you guys on. And you can move yourselves around. Oh shit, wrong layer. Hup. Hup. Skrick would be right here. Don't know why it's got Primrose's health set to 0. Skrick. And Celia was back in Skrika. Amazing. Oh, and I need to put light on the screen. Bright light, low light. Done. Right, thank you for your patience. Let me move you over. Up!
Oh god, is the light all fucky again? Yeah, it is for me. So annoying.
Wonder why it does that.
Don't know. I can see like the rest of the map, which is really irritating.
Just don't zoom in. Pick up the shit one.
I need to delete Celia. If I delete Celia, it stops. It's something to do with Celia's vision, I think, Tom.
Okay, how weird.
Maybe check her vision stuff. And...
Yeah, let me have a quick look. Celia Brun. Let me do it on the old Buchan page. Night vision. Let's change that to a more sensible number, see if that makes a difference. Vision, she's got night vision. Shouldn't have to do that. Save. Let's go. I'm wondering whether it's got anything to do with the fact that it keeps messing up with like which sheet it's rolling from and all of that.
Yeah, maybe. Let me try something.
Okay. Right. Skrick with a 20.
Try resaving my token to...
The one that's out now?
Yeah, but you might need to change the name on it and then, like, reset
Oh,
the
yeah.
token on the Celia 0. I changed her name.
Celia 0. Save. And then...
Still vision's fucky though.
Let's make it represent
Make a whole
the...
new token.
Feet.
I've already done
Hold
that.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Remove. Let's check. Vision on this one. Change this back to... Let's do... Save.
Oh,
represent
that's
it.
better.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that fixed it. Now I can only see it in this cave.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's my bad then.
What was it?
It was, do you remember when I was doing, well, I don't know why you would, when I was setting up the dark vision stuff, because there's no limit to the dark vision,
Yeah.
I just put it in as like 999999.
Oh, that would
And,
be it.
and I think the game was like, this means you can see through walls!
Yeah, that's literally what
Um,
was happening.
But there we go. No problem. In fact, if I...
Did you
no.
make this map?
I did, yeah.
That's nice.
It was nice to
What
make.
program do you use?
To-
Incarnate, innit?
It is Incarnate, yeah, I really like
Oh
Incarnate.
god,
It
it's all
does
gone
look good.
black.
Don't worry. That will be fixed in just a second. Just that should mean you don't see everything now from before. Yup. Right. Reset. Skrick's got the light on. Oh, it's because I did it like that. Oops. That was stupid. Ah. Sorry, one sec.
Do I have these feats or not? I can't remember.
Pass my charger pack, haven't I?
Could Scrick have battlefield medicine at level 0?
Level 0, no.
Okay, got to delete that then.
But depending on what happens. Let's see how we go.
Tom's just like, I hate this rule. Rule level 1.
It's. I understand the idea behind it. I'm just not so. But we'll see how we go. There we go. Does that work for people now? Can you guys see?
Yeah, I can see great now.
Okay, that should be all fixed now. Brilliant. Thank you for your patience. Right. Let me roll initiative for this little blighter.
Celia not got full health.
Huh?
Has Celia not got full health?
No, because she got bit by fucking stupid little shithead. Steve.
Fucking Steve.
That's why she gave him to Scrit, because it was like, well,
He's a bit
revenge.
shit, and his name's Steve. Oh, Steve's a
Initiative.
shit.
Hup.
Scumbag Steve.
Yeah, scumbag Steve.
Oh, I forgot
Do we
to-
have? Oh
Sorry,
yeah,
it's 'cause we
Celia's
were
initiative.
yeah,
That's
it was-
alright.
'cause we were sorting out.
And we mustn't forget that Celia has shield raised.
I was thinking more along the lines of C6 Steve.
C6 Steve.
I was attempting to be funny.
They may not know who C6 Steve is.
Not a clue.
He's a singer, don't worry.
He's great. He's all like, looks like an old crazy man.
Initiative is here.
like me. A 9, that works perfectly. So, we'll begin. This thing has burst out of this pile of junk. You can see it's this small, grey-skinned creature. Looks similar in some ways, but distinctly different. It is holding a nasty-looking little dagger-like, or short sword for its size, blade. And it looks very aggressive. Primrose, what would you like to do?
She's gonna do her little, what's it called now? The tangle foot,
Very nice.
which I can't remember what I need to do, but there it is. 14.
A 14 to hit. Does not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay. That's reaction, I guess I'll go back with it.
Yep, back up. Very nice. Scrick.
Scrick is going to.
Cool.
He's going to just. Is it where it is? So he's
It is where it is, yeah. You'd have to move
climb up on the junk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get away from me! Stab it.
Oh, 22. Very nice. 4 damage.
And then he's going to try. Would you say the little sword he is carrying is a small object?
Yeah, definitely.
He's going to try and steal it.
Incredible.
With the steal action.
Oh, yeah. Steal. Without being noticed.
Oh, okay.
Attempt a thievery check. Yeah, that looks like it's a different thing.
Shit.
But cool thinking.
Let's have a look. What else can he do? Basic actions. No, center already. Can he sort of take cover in the junk?
With the junk, yeah, absolutely. Take cover action, completely cool by me.
Yeah.
Very smart. Let's do a little shield, a little castle.
Yeah.
That'll give you a +2 to your AC. Very nice. The creature is going to. It is spouting what is complete gibberish to you all, but in an angry tone. It's just like, okay, and stabbing towards you, Scrick.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Poor microphones dealing with us D&D people. Yeah, stabby stab. Up
Just hits.
with your +2 AC.
Yeah.
Does 4 piercing damage. Yeah, nasty hit. It is then going. So you are not flat-footed to it. It is then going to. It is going to. It holds its other little hand out, waggles its fingers, and goes. And Skrick, your dagger just gets instantly covered in poop. Like there's just a layer of poop all over it.
Put the
Even
little
on the
brown
handle.
symbol on there. There we go.
Yeah, even on the handle. You got a poop dagger. Just smells really bad.
Okay.
That's the end of its turn.
It would 100% lick it to identify that it was poop, right? Come on.
I was actually going to do that on his turn, but
Morrigan, your turn.
This is a bad guy, right?
Oh, and you said Revna was out.
I use all 3
Yeah.
actions to lick poop.
This is not the script, is it? No.
It looks similar to a script. You could do a recall knowledge check if you want to figure some stuff out about it.
Will that use up one of my actions?
Yes. One.
Yeah, I probably actually had better do that. To be fair.
Yeah. Recall
How do I
knowledge
do
is
that?
really good. You make a. I don't think it's secret, is it? Recall knowledge.
Recall knowledge.
Oh, it is secret. I will make this roll for you then.
Okay.
Hup. And your modifier.
Do you need to raise shield every turn, Tom, or is it once it's up, it's up?
You do it each turn with your
Okay.
action. Ooh, you've got a nice modifier on this, Morrigan. Yeah, you think this is a Jinkin, which I think you guys can see because of the old aura modifier, which was still on when I made this map. This one is, I would say, is slightly less sort of harmless in inverted commas than the script you saw before. Jinkins are, they like putting curses on otherwise beloved objects. So like favorite watches or what have you. They like gathering up in little groups and putting curses on things. They are generally quite angry and violent, and they get very angry if their plans or their things are taken or threatened at all. They're quite horrible. They take great pleasure in the suffering of others. And because you actually did quite well on that check, you know that they can cast very basic spells. You just saw it cast Prestidigitation on Skrick's dagger to soil it. And that they are capable of dealing more damage. They basically have sneak attack against creatures that are flat-footed. They'll try and take advantage of weaknesses. It's a Jinkin. They're really nasty. Nasty gremlins.
I'm gonna throw something at it with my mind.
Very cool.
I considered moving up to it and bocking it, but I think it's a better idea.
There's lots of stuff here to pick up and throw. Ooh, an 8 does not do it, I'm afraid, though.
No, I was just checking that Jinkin wasn't your name for the script.
Oh, no,
Like,
this
quite
thing
happy
is...
over-
You know, you rolled quite well on that check. You know that there's a number of different gremlins. This is a type of gremlin called a Jinkin, like the Steve is a type of gremlin called a script.
Jinkin.
But whereas Steve, scripts are fairly like horrible for librarians, but otherwise not too bad. Jinkins are generally really nasty.
I love that Steve has stuck as his name now.
He has a name. I've written it down, but no one's asked.
Yeah, but what is it, Tom? You asked me earlier on, and that was what I came up with. And
Celia, your turn.
One action move up to script. Second action attack.
Very cool.
14.
A 14 does not hit, I'm afraid. It dodges nimbly off to the side.
I use a hero point.
Very cool.
attack.
Oh, and Skrick, I'm giving you
Yeah.
my bonus hero point
Thank you.
because I loved all the description with the junk pile.
Did it not lose any health?
It wasn't hit.
Yeah, it did.
Oh no, yeah. It's a bit chunky.
Oh, it's chunky. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll
Christ.
use my last action to aid Skrick.
Very cool.
So I have to use a reaction to use it, but it says to use this reaction you must first prepare to help. So I'm preparing to help Skrick by using an action return. The way I'm preparing to help, because this thing's kind of cornered, and I think like Skrick's on one side, I imagine like getting ready to all stab, and then Celia comes up like with the shield and the sword and tries to swipe down at misses, and then she's kind of like doing the kind of like almost like I imagine Skrick and Celia like two kind of like rugby players, kind of like jousting for position on this Jinkin to kind of trap him in a corner.
I see what you mean. Very, very cool. And then third action.
That was my third action because I attacked, moved, and
Oh, sorry, the move. Yes,
Aid.
thank you. Very good. Primrose.
Primrose is gonna do the only things you can do, and it's not very helpful. Tangle fit.
Tangle feet.
Yeah.
We suck at this game.
It's because I'm
Yeah,
level 1, I've got 2 cantrips.
Primrose, the little vine flinging around, but this creature's very small. Anything else?
No, I don't think I've got anything else. I might just. I'm just trying to remember what I can do with Dandy.
Yeah, Dandy's got his healing.
Is it 1 action to give him 2, or is it 2 actions?
It is 1 action to give him 2, yeah.
Okay. Let's give him 2.
Cool.
And then. Get him 2B. I can't remember.
You could move and heal. If you wanted to. Completely up to you.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna go over there. Can you do heal on the same turn? Can't remember.
Yeah. One of his actions to move, one of his actions to heal.
Cool. Does anyone remember what the roll was that I rolled already at some point?
No.
It's, what is it, like 3d4?
Yeah. I think so. Like that. Healthy hatch. 3d4.
I remember it being fairly decent.
I can't remember. Shall I just roll it again?
You can just roll it again, yeah, if you're happy doing that.
No worries.
Nice.
Oh
Ooh. Yeah, keep that.
my gosh.
So would you like to heal Skrick up to full?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, very cool. So Skrick, you feel the gentle leaf-like appendage of Dandy on your back, and a warmth, like the warmth of the summer sun, just moves from the leaf into your body, and your quite a nasty scratch just heals up completely.
Very nice.
Very cool. And it's your turn now, Skrick.
Gonna try and stab him with the poo knife.
Yeah, get stabbed with the poo
I'm
knife.
going to use my reaction to aid.
Oh, yep.
So I have to attempt a skill check or attack roll. I was going to
Mhm.
suggest athletics.
Yeah, I love that.
Um,
Blocking the
It
creature
says
up.
the DC sometimes 20, but it's up to the GM to decide.
It won't be 20. I know that's one of the major Oh, wait, even if it was 20, Jesus Christ, very nice.
Is that a critical
so-
success?
It would be a critical success, yeah.
Then I grant Skrix a +2 circumstance bonus to the triggering check.
Very nice. That definitely hits for a solid 4 damage. Yeah, stabbing him up. It's great. I think the aura is just not working, Kieran. It should definitely be a different colour by now.
I just
It's
don't
just
see
a-
the aura at all. I see his health, but going down, but I don't see the aura.
Yeah, I think I was. But I'm used to seeing the numbers on the health bar, so.
But there you go. Cool. Very nice. It's only one of your actions, Skrick. You got 2 more.
Right, he's gonna.
Keep stabbing, you trip or demoralize.
Can't see
recall
trip on
knowledge.
here.
Crit is an athletics check.
But you have to be trained in athletics, right?
You also need a free hand.
I don't have a free hand.
Oh yeah, because your torch.
Yeah.
Bonk him with a torch if you want.
You don't need to be trained in athletics, but yeah, you do need a free hand.
Okay. I guess you'll take cover again. Seemed like a good idea last time.
Yeah, very good.
Oh yeah, he'll try and work out what this thing is as well.
Well, recall knowledge.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll do a little roll for you. Okay, well, I know why you guys are rolling bad yourselves, because I'm stealing all your good rolls. Yeah, Skrick, you've heard stories that not just Jenkins, but actually all gremlins are very vulnerable to a particular type of metal called cold iron. Cold iron has to be specially forged. But anyone who has it, whether it's in a weapon, an arrowhead, or what have you, it would do some nasty damage to these creatures. You also know that it's worse. This Jenkins' worst type of save is its fortitude save.
Has he ever seen cold iron?
Yes, you have seen cold iron. You know that Celia's mother, Tilia Brunt, had some imported from Sea Spray.
He's gonna be like, if your mum gave you any of that stuff with cold iron, you better use it on this blighter.
With Skrick saying that.
Would
Celia know there was any like weapons back in Lumen that her mother?
You know your mother spoke proudly of making a trio of cold iron daggers. However, you do think some of them, maybe all of them, have been sold since, but there's a chance.
Okay.
But it is the Jenkins' turn. Jenkins doesn't really like the position it's in, so it is going to... Gonna try and stab at Celia first. Jenkins, stab!
It hits.
17. It deals 0 damage.
Nice.
The little short sword comes out, hits against you, but without enough force to actually deal any real damage. It's then going to use its two remaining actions to burrow down into the junk. You see it going scrabbling down, the little spray of various bits and pieces flinging off the side down into the junk pile. Morrigan, your turn.
I do not see a bad guy anymore, but I am fearful of more bad guys.
You saw it burrow down into the junk pile.
Yeah, God. Okay.
And you can hear it rummaging around inside.
What weapons do I have? I'm actually trying to find it. I find this so hard to use. I'm trying to find out what my move speed is.
30, if you're an elf.
I don't actually have anything equipped, so God knows. I can move up to here then. I'm going to start burrowing in the junk pile too.
Amazing. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I wonder if I could figure out how to do that.
On your sheets?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. You're starting to burrow through, but more of the junk falls down like a little landslide, covering your hands. You can't yet find the creature. Final action? Well, actually, no. It would be 2 to burrow into it.
I was going to say I'm going to keep burrowing.
Yeah, completely fair. Delia.
I'm gonna delay my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I want to delay it until after this fucker's come back out, maybe.
Very nice. Primrose.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can do either.
You want to delay as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you can all just wait. Scrick.
So it's pretty big.
Yep, fairly big junk pile.
He can smell it, right?
You do have imprecise scent, so you could make an attack at where it is likely to be. There would be a flat DC 10 check because it is unseen to you right now.
Could he seek as an action first?
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Seek.
So scanning it for signs of creatures, objects to get more precise.
What is your perception modifier?
A 5.
Very nice. Yeah, you actually think it just went straight down and it is in that space there.
Right. He's just gonna stab down. He's like, "Oh!"
So you all just see Scrick just stabbing
Nice.
down into the pile. Yeah, even with its increased AC, that is a hit. 2 more damage. Very nice. Yeah, you draw the poopy dagger back and see blood on top of it.
And then, God knows where it is. So, maybe for his last one.
Mm-hmm.
Saw this earlier. Oh, it's an attack, so it would get minus. No, he's just gonna hide. He's gonna use the crash his cover again.
Oh, very nice. I love it. The Jinkin, who you all heard yelp out as it got stabbed inside, comes bursting out, furious that Scrick fucked up its plan. Funnily enough, Scrick, I think with repeated uses of take cover, because you already had some cover, you actually got greater cover now. So you'd have a plus 4 to your AC.
Ooh, very nice.
The Jinkin, though, does not care. With a 28 hit!
Holy
But
shit.
because of your greater cover, it's
Yeah.
not a critical hit.
Oh,
So
hell yeah.
You
That's
just take the
cool.
3. You just take the 3 damage.
Holy
It
shit,
is-
that was 3 damage.
It is then, because it fucking hates you right now, it's great. It's then going to use its oh, actually no, because it had to use 1 action to move back up, so it can't cast Prestidigitation again. It is going to attack Scrick again. Does not like you at all. Oh god, it's rolling well. Oh, hang on, there's a minus 4 to that though, so it does still hit. 2 more damage. Just raging at Scrick. That is its full turn, and at this point, Celia and Primrose, you come back in on the initiative. So Celia first.
Yeah, attack, the first action.
Mm-hmm.
For fuck's sake, why does it do that?
Oh yeah, nice hit. 6 damage. Oh god, yeah, this thing is on its absolute last legs.
I'm gonna second attack it. I just want it to die.
Yeah.
I'm risking it.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Fuck.
Again.
I'm gonna third attack it. I know, I
Oh.
know it's dumb, but I just want.
Fish for the 20.
Yeah. Just...
Oh.
No 20 this
So
time.
critical fail, the minus.
It is, but critical fails don't do anything on normal attacks.
Oh, right, I see.
Until I start using my critical fail deck.
Oh.
Primrose.
Would it not have been me again?
Maybe if I debate it.
Oh wait, yeah, 'cause
Your when you delay your turn, your initiative changes to the new spot
Changes,
you've
yeah.
taken.
So I'm at the top anyway. I guess I'll just do my triangle bit.
Tanglefoot.
What Tanglefoot does nothing.
Some kind of disease in my foot.
A 16 does not hit, I'm afraid.
You know?
Yeah, this thing is tiny and in the junk pile.
She's gonna run up so that she can stabilize Scrick if he goes down.
Okay,
That's it.
Morrigan. You see the creature now?
I'm gonna move up to it and I'm gonna hit it.
Cool.
I've used an action, I'm guessing already.
Action to move, yeah, and then
Yep.
action to strike. What are you striking it with? If you didn't have any weapons, you can give Morrigan weapons that you think would be appropriate for her, like a staff or a dagger or whatever you like.
I feel like she does have something, but I can't.
Spoon.
Just punch it.
You can just punch it if you like. You might fucking bop it. It's very weak.
I'm still gonna feel bad if I punch this thing to death, like in the
Do
in-between.
it.
Essentially,
Yes,
that's what I'm
please
gonna do.
it.
The
Please
fish punch.
try it now. Yes.
Oh my god, that hits! And it's enough!
Yeah.
Morrigan just strides up the fucking junk pile and smacks this thing, and it just goes "Bah!" and tumbles down the side of the junk pile.
It says it's non-lethal in the thing.
Oh, that's completely true.
Can we get
No.
the Scrick another jar we can put it in?
You're just collecting the gremlins.
He got the bottle from outside. You could
Yeah,
put it in
that's
there.
true.
Yeah, put it in there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
But
He'd
with
be like, he's like, you're mine now.
He's like a Pokemon trainer.
Yep, like fucking like collecting any junk Scrick, this limp form just goes bunk into the bottle. A bit of a squeeze. Do you leave the short sword in there with him or confiscate it?
He'd take the tiny short sword. That's a cool item.
It is a cool item. You now have a tiny short sword. Very cool. You find yourself stood, torch still burning, some of you worse for wear, but little gremlin defeated.
Celia's
And
gonna
in this
say,
cabin.
I think we should head back to the village. My Scrick, he said something about cold iron.
Yes, right.
My mum's got well, she might have sold them all, but if we got any luck on our side, she might have a cold iron dagger you can use.
Yeah, they give me a chance to get some of this scrap back to the shop. I call it the shop, but it's a stable.
Yeah, and maybe give you a chance to sit down for a second as well. You look a bit injured.
Just leave me here with the stuff. And he lies down in it.
Can Celia check this chest to see if it's trapped at all or anything's in it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, or if anything's inside, like trying to listen to see if there's anything else hidden.
You quickly see Celia by Scrick's torchlight that the chest is too broken to be trapped. You can pretty much see inside of it already. It looks like it's left there almost like an ornament, perhaps almost like a statue or a celebration of destroyed things that humanoids favor. That these gremlins seem to enjoy the destruction. But on the junk pile you're all standing on, there are a number of coins around. If you wanted to try and gather them, and Scrick, you could certainly do your junker roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Make that craft and roll.
How many coins are there?
While Scrick is looking through the junk, if Celia's devoting to looking at the coins, you manage to find quite a few. You find 23 copper pieces. You find 11 silver pieces, and 2 gold pieces.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know how to distribute that.
Just keep it in a pot for now. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll hang on to it for now, and then I've got everyone's gold.
How do we do Scrix? 16. A
Was-
D4, please.
Was it 1 gold piece or 2 gold pieces?
One, just one.
I just.
Oh no, you're right. It was 2. Yeah. Sorry. 4. Jesus. 4 D100s, please.
Very nice. That's what I like to hear.
Yep. Finding lots of goodies. Oh, you got the 1. Okay. So, Scrick, I'll do the simpler stuff first. So you find a how to describe it? It's like the size of the palm of your hand, but it looks like an oversized brooch, like you'd wear pinned to a lapel or something. It's very dirty and kind of scuffed, but could be polished up, and it looks like a glass eye, like someone's made a brooch out of a glass eye.
Okay.
Let me put all these in the chat.
I'm writing them down.
Oh, okay, cool. Secondly, perhaps slightly less exciting, it's like a little key, but it shimmers. It looks like it's made of different metals woven together. It's quite interestingly crafted. But the key itself is a normal size.
Okay.
It's like a blended metal key. Might be interesting to have the blacksmith look at. And then finally, kind of weird that you managed to roll these, but in line with the key is a key chain. This is an old bronze key chain that connects to a finger bone. Looks like a humanoid-sized finger bone.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, and the natural one. You find this would be right down in the middle of the junk pile. A clearly very broken, but still showing signs of life is the wrong word, well, depending on your viewpoint, but a very broken, I can't believe you rolled this, a very broken rat automaton.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
cool.
It kind of twitches as you come across it and you pick it out. It is a dark brass in color. And if you imagine its head, body, and then butt, kind of like an ant almost in its separation, there's like 3 different segments, and they describe like very rough spheres. But it's clearly made up to be like a rat. It has little ears sticking out the top and a snout to the front of the thing, so the front sphere is almost like a cone on the front of it. But it twitches and makes almost metallic-y, grindy squeak sounds. But it looks in very bad state of repair.
This is fucking cool! As he's looking at it. He would have attached the keychain to his dagger as well.
Nice. Very, very cool.
Does it still smell
Amazing.
like poo?
There's a fair amount of bad smells coming from all this stuff, and the dagger still distinctly both looks and smells of poo.
Yeah, we'd look at the poo dagger and be like, well, you know, if I stab anyone with it, that's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd infect him with some kind of, I don't know, disease.
Yeah, that's the point. And he does like a little stab in the air, like with the dagger.
Celia gives him like a thumbs up.
All things said, guys, I think we should probably consult our little friend again here.
What do you want to ask him?
Well, where are we going next?
I think we're going to head back to town first.
We haven't found Mr. Muffin Paws yet.
I know, but Scrix is all beaten up, and we could do with some. My mum's got some of those cold iron daggers. She might.
Yeah, I suppose there's not really a way to find out if he's telling the truth or not without just fully putting ourselves into danger. So perhaps, yeah, maybe you're right.
How long does it take to
But
get
then
back to...
that gives more time for more Jenkins to come.
How long does it take to get back to town?
You think with the roundabout route that you were forced to take due to the rubbishy directions, but now having gotten here, you think probably it'd take you only an hour to get back.
What time is it?
It's still quite early.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we've got the time to go back if you want to, everyone. But I mean, it's up to you.
I'm just saying,
Well-
one of those things nearly took Scrick down.
I never said I helped find any muffin paws. I'm just here for the junk.
Can you smell any more of those things around, Scrick?
Give it a. And he like sniffs a bit, but I think it's too far away.
Yeah, you. There's a number of scents here, and I would say did roll really well on it. Before that, you detected that the Jenkins smell is not the only kind of gremlin smell that you've noticed here. You definitely think there's more gremlins further in.
Tom, can I see if Revner can smell Mr. Muffin Paws anywhere?
Yeah, and try and pick up a trail.
What do I
You'd be
need to
like-
do?
I just rolled a d20.
He'd be like, I'm pretty sure there's more of them in there.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Just saying, one of those things, they were pretty tough. And, well, Scrick, if you're not here for the cat, then I'm sure there's more junk in there.
Yeah, I just don't want to get myself killed.
Yeah, I know, that's why I think we should go back to town first.
Yeah, a couple of trips back and forth and I can get all this crap back there.
Yeah.
Celia smiles and grins at him. And she sort of ruffles his little head a little bit, like, "You're alright, Scrick."
Yeah, I am.
Alright.
Revner does think that Mr. Muffin Paws has been through here, but doesn't have a lead on where he is now.
So, a couple of hours here and there.
Yeah, we don't need to do anything fancy. In that time, would someone try and treat wounds on Scrick?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Or if you're back in town, you could get someone else
I mean,
to do it.
I'm like the healer, so he's only going to go to Rolo, isn't he? So I might as well do it, I guess. But
Yeah.
practice.
If you want.
But both you and Primrose have expertise. Primrose has the kind of
Yeah,
herbalist.
but Primrose has the
Nice.
cuteness, and I don't get that. So I need something.
You got Rev.
I need a sense of identity.
I need a purpose.
Wow.
Can heal me
Porpoise.
if she wants. I still need some help.
Do you? Oh, what are you missing?
I'm missing 2, but
Oh, what do I need then?
I'm just saying if it works with Scrick.
Mm.
Are you proficient in medicine, Morrigan? Yeah? Roll it out.
It's called trained, Tom.
Sorry. Thank you. That is a success. 2d8.
Very nice.
And I'll do my nature on you.
That's a success as well.
There you go.
Was it a tiny short sword or a tiny long sword?
It's a tiny short sword.
I mean, it does make a difference. It's the proportion of the blade to the pommel. Yeah.
Just imagine Scrick saying that to his younger sister. You want to roll 2d8, Morrigan?
That's some proper Inception shit.
You're aiming for 5 or more. 2d8. There you go.
Nice.
Smashed it. So yeah, it's great. Back up to full health with the ministrations.
This is
Morrigan.
way better than Nigel Heal.
And Celia back up to 15 as well.
Nice.
Fantastic. Right then.
Would Celia's mum have had any cold iron
Oh
weapons
yes.
left?
So you find your mum working away. On asking her, she would say that she has sold 2 of them, and they were a good money maker for her. She's looking at getting some more cold iron in the future. That there is 1 left.
Yes, because she asked if she can take it.
She'd ask if you've got 20 gold to spend.
No. Can I borrow it, mum?
Well, it's pretty. It's 20 gold's worth. Borrow it for what?
He shows her the key with the shimmering different metals. She's like,
Ooh.
I don't know what it is, but if it's worth something.
Yeah, if you wanna leave that as a deposit and you can borrow it, that would work fine.
Oh yeah. What is it, bro?
She holds it up to the light, kind of turns it over, gives it a bit of a feel, flex in her hands. She says, "This is a technique used in Glamoran. We don't really do this in Hesperia at all. We don't have the. Essentially, they work with the dragons, the heat of a dragon's breath and the cool of a silver dragon's breath allows them to forge metals completely differently alongside each other. It's really beautiful, twisted over. Where did you find this, Scrick?
You know, around.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Well,
found it in a cave. We went there and we killed a jinky. Actually, and he pulls out the two little things in bottles and he's like, actually, we caught them.
you'd be like, oh, but okay. Are these?
Celia would just like grab his shoulder and sort of turn him around and be like, "They're just his pets. Don't worry, Mum. It's all fine. See you later."
No, I need a key.
Well, you can take the key back, but then I'll keep my dagger. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but well,
If you bring the dagger back,
Yeah.
bring the dagger back later. You can have your key back.
Looks up at her. Looks down at the key. Looks at the dagger. Looks back at the key.
Celia just bend over and whisper into his ear and just say, "Even if we don't bring it back, I'll sneak it out for you. Don't worry."
Well, even better. Yeah. And,
Yeah, she hands over a cold iron dagger.
Who wants it?
Yeah, it's yours. I ain't no good with a dagger.
Oh, nice.
Got a poo dagger and a cold iron dagger. All set. Cool. Well, with that successful little transaction, you head on back, fully healed and ready to rock. A bit more knowledge about what's going on.
I'm fucking defending.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. You head back. Oh yeah, you all should have had +1 to your initiative as well. But I don't think it made a difference for that fight. So, well, people don't need to move their tokens, but we'll stay on this map just for the sake of it. If people wish to move them, they can. But I'll read you from where you are. You can see there is a thin passageway, a squeeze with 2 people abreast, but easy enough for one of you at a time to head through. Seems to move through into another large opening, though this chamber ahead seems to be broken up with 2 large natural pillars of more resistant stone that have provide sort of blocking elements to your view into the chamber. But from inside that passageway, you can see the telltale smell and distant glimmer of more coins in large piles of junk further up ahead.
What is everyone doing? What's the strat? I'm defending.
Get someone, draw him out and I'll stab him.
The same as before?
Yeah, he'll be
Yes, sir.
scouting.
Yep, scouting and then investigating and searching for the other 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have done the rolls. You've both rolled obscenely well with secret rolls, which defeats the point of them being secret, but there we go. I can't remember which way around it is now. Whoever's looking for traps, you get the feeling there are no traps here at the moment. And whoever's looking for clues, you think up ahead, you manage to discern from the kind of tiny little gremlin boot marks in the ground and from peeking around the corners that there seems to be 3 distinct junk piles in this room. And you can all be aware of that before you enter the room. that changes what you're thinking.
You said there's 3 distinct junk piles. Is that what you said?
3 distinct piles of debris.
Can Script sniff any of that out again at the same scent?
Absolutely. Scrick, with your scent, because actually with the blocking pillars, you can get quite close. You get the sense that there is a creature in each of these junk piles. None of them smell like the Jinkin that was in the room you were just in. One of them, the junk pile in the middle, smells like the script that you have in your jar. The other 2 junk piles smell of a different gremlin-y smell than what you've smelled so far, though those 2 are the same, if you see what I mean.
I get you.
Yeah.
God, I'm just playing. I'm starting to realise how good investigators that's odd feature was.
Yeah.
You just get all this shit for free.
You're just walking through them, you're like, wait a minute. So, there is this large open space. Further down a narrow declining passage is a chamber that spreads out to the right. Pillars of crumbling stone jut upwards, disappearing into the gloom beyond the light. So the roof or the ceiling here is a bit higher up. 3 separate piles of debris, marked with notable household and village goods that have been all manner of dirtied, smashed, or twisted into some crooked form. Glints similar to the pile in the previous room pockmark each pile. 3 separate piles.
So can we avoid this room altogether?
You think, with how the room is set out, that you could probably try just sticking to the left-hand side and moving on past, yeah?
We could do that.
Yeah.
Or do we want to tackle the
The
problem?
only thing is that if they're not that far away and we start fighting another room, can they just come to the room we're in and we have more?
I just get the weird impression that these things kind of just like are kind of happy in their junk.
Okay.
I just kind of get the impression that if we don't bother them, they might not bother us.
Maybe they are stealing our shit though.
And we did do a recall knowledge check, and it was like, we know that if you take their stuff, they get really pissy.
It's not
Or at
their
least the
stuff.
Jinkin was.
Yeah, that was for the Jinkin specifically.
Specifically, but, I mean, they might not be that different.
Yeah.
I say we try and, sneak past them. See what happens. I can always go
Try.
last and kind of, take up a rear, guard, face backwards with my shield up.
Yeah. You can have the sneaky one go first.
Could be Scrick and Primrose go first, and then Morrigan goes in the middle, and then I go last.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I think we should do that. So I can't raise my shield, I'm going to move stealthily instead.
You're all avoiding notice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How nice do these look?
The junk piles,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff in there. A lot of stuff that Scrick's probably seen other people having inside their homes that is now dirtied and broken in the junk piles.
He will sneak past, but he will keep an eye on what's in the piles.
Okay. This is not done secretly, so feel free if everyone can roll a stealth check for me, please.
Not great at stealth. No, fuck's sake.
Ooh, Scrick. Ooh, Morrigan. Okay, let me quickly check the perception DCs of these things. Actually, yeah. So you get the feeling as you're moving along that whilst Scrick and Morrigan are keeping themselves nice and sorted, Celia, you're struggling with the sort of your shield, your sword, the hide armor, Things bump into the stones, and Primrose, Dandy just seems to have taken this moment of all moments to have a little wiggle on your head and shift around. And it's throwing you about all over the place.
Oh no, keep still, Sandy. She kind of holds it on like a hat.
But as you move past, you are not disturbed.
Okay.
You think you were probably loud enough to be heard, but the creatures don't emerge from the junk piles. You do all hear various movements inside the junk piles, and you kind of hold your breath for a moment, but nothing happens. Scrick, do a perception check for me. See if you can pick out any details.
Oh, nice.
Pretty damn good. Yeah, Scrick, there are some real good things here. There's some jewelry, there's some interesting little contraptions. There are even what look like some still intact lenses. Clearly stolen from Lumen, the lens makers there. And one of them you think actually was in the cracked lens in before. Scattered across these 3 junk piles.
He's sweating quite a lot. He's like, "There's some real good stuff in there."
Celia kind of just like calls over to him and is just like, we'll come back and get it, don't worry. We need to get Mr. Muffin Paws first.
Well, I guess you're right. He looks
Incredible.
back.
Sad little face.
I got some lenses in there. I could put them on the wall and look at them.
Hey, if you help us get Mr. Muffin Paws out of here, you can have his collar.
Oh, he's got a collar?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's distracted. He's like, oh, what colour is it?
It's pink.
Yes, it's a strong colour.
It's pink and it's got a little bell on it as well.
Well, I could put it on one of the jars. And
Fucking jackpot.
they start wiggling.
Okay. So, as you shift past Scrick, twitchy fingers and sweating face, but happy in the knowledge that there's an amazing collar and bell waiting for him, you come to a decline ahead of you. Further into the dark, though, you have Scrick's torchlight illuminating. The crumbling stone and soil passageways continue downwards.
I'm shielding up at this point.
Yep, back to the defaults of shield, scout, search, and investigate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. That's a cantrip, right? Yeah, so you could just keep doing that. Actually makes a lot of sense. Cool. Alright.
What's she doing? I can't hear her.
She's repeatedly casting Protect Companion. It's a
Oh,
cantrip.
Cool.
Keep Revna safe. Right. Right, let me move over. Okay, so let me put you guys on.
Ooh,
Celia 0.
music.
Music. Oregon. Revna. And Primrose with Dan. Scrickle. Very cool. Okay. So you cannot hear, you're not hearing music from further down, but let me explain why the soundtrack has changed. So this far in, there is a palpable moisture to the air, like a mist or a thickness to the air around you. The crumbling rock and soil walls actually look polished with a high sheen wherever the rock sticks out. Droplets of moisture slowly run down the stone and soak into the dark soil beneath your feet. Each of you flinch as strangely warm drops of liquid drip from the ceiling above onto you, seemingly searching out exposed skin wherever it is. Primrose, you can feel them and hear them almost like rain hitting onto Dandy's leaf surface. But Dandy doesn't seem bothered by it at all.
Probably likes it.
Yeah. The passage ahead splits, reminding you of your initial entrance into Horsehair Hollow. Here, though, you notice there is a patch of writing written in a tiny script with some dark, wet substance. The words have warped slightly before drying, as if the writing itself was melting slightly from the moisture. But the writing is still legible. It reads, "You are too stupid to know why you will never see the sky. When right is left, left is right, you will never find the light. One is right and one is wrong. You must feel very strong. Fighting and hurting us, we are small, cruel, and tall are you all. So pick a path, invade our home, step deeper into the gloam. We welcome you, pull up a seat, rest your head and weary feet. Choose right, choose well, talk and argue and curse and tell. We wait, we know who will be left when some are gone and others bereft."
Ominous.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get stabbed.
As you all finish reading the writing, the words shimmer and disappear from the stone altogether, and from the stone face, a gust of horrendous fart erupts out towards you with a horrible sound and smell. Can you all do a fortitude save for me, please? Primrose. On your character sheet, it's near the top in the middle. It should say fort or fortitude save. Okay. Scrick and Celia, you kind of hold your nose and waft it away from your face. You feel a retch deep in your throat, but you're okay. Morrigan, this really hits you right in the stomach. You have the sickened one condition. This is quite nasty. It basically gives a -1 to all of your things, but you can spend an action, and seeing as we're not in combat, you can kind of do this freely to try and retch and get rid of the sickened feeling. Primrose, because you critically failed the save, you are also sickened one, but you are unable to get rid of it for now. A deep sense of discomfort in your stomach just kind of settles there and makes you feel a bit queasy.
Oh, yeah.
Primrose, are you alright? You look a bit...
That was really gross. Just kind of like holds her nose.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just kind of like grabs Dandy off of her head and puts her over her face. Dandy, just don't let that get me again.
Do you want... I wish I had a bucket.
Me too.
Scrick, you got a bucket in there?
Yeah, you clearly don't spend all your time in one room with your 8 siblings.
No, no, I'm really dying.
You'd be sick in this. And he holds out the one with the passed out gremlin in.
And I think she doesn't really realise that's what you've passed there. She does vomit in there.
Oh god! The gremlin wakes and it's just like, ah!
She kind of hands it back to you. It's great.
And you just looks at it, he's like, yeah, best you better be good or you're gonna dissolve.
The creature just gives you the most evil little look with his black beady eyes. It's just spouting all manner of words in language you don't understand. Even there, you can see that the original Skrit is looking a bit embarrassed by the words coming out of the Jinkin.
He's gonna put the 2 bottles next to each other and see if they talk to each other.
You put them next to each other, and you quickly notice that the Jinkin's ire shifts onto the Skrit and is just like accusing it and rocking the bottle back and forth. And the Skrit's just laughing at the one in the sick.
Yeah, Scrook just like, I can watch this all day, and I will.
You're very proper little theatre.
Ugh.
So it's all right, Primrose. He kind of like rubs her back slightly, like we'll we won't be here much longer, hopefully.
Hopefully.
You alright, Morrigan? You don't look great either. I mean, I would say you were paler than usual, but
Yeah, I don't feel great. I must admit. Can I try and retch Tom?
Absolutely. I think it's like doing another save. Retch. No, not fetch.
Could have
Retch save.
as she goes to retch, Celia grabs the other bottle with the scrit in it. It's like,
But I feel like it should be a reflex save.
The little guy's just like, yeah, I'll tell you anything. Yeah, for another fortitude save, Morrigan.
oh, nice.
Yeah, she just let out like a massive burp
Oh, that's
and be
great.
like, excuse me.
The little gremlin's face, the Scrit's face, goes from horror at the potential of being vomited on to like awe as it looks up at this huge like burp coming out of you, Morrigan. It's just like, oh.
That's
When
my
Scrook-
kind of woman.
When Scrook sees it having fun, he's like, actually no. Puts him back in the bag.
Plonked inside. Despite your queasiness, Primrose, because I'm keeping you guys doing your exploration activities, you think you spot something. In the passageway off to the left, you notice there's a thin, very thin, difficult to see, but you spot it. Probably because you're kind of leaning over, your face is quite close to the ground, feeling sick, but you manage to spot a thin line, like a seam, that goes around a large 10 by 10 foot square on the passageway to your left. Almost looks like a potential trap.
Okay. Yeah, she'll look down at it and be like, ooh. Kind of like poke Celia instead of speaking and just point down at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Primrose pointing it out, you see it as well now. You all see this thin seam in the ground. A very clear, rough square shape.
Everyone hold up. There's something on the ground there. Looks like a trap.
Yeah, and you rolled very well. Primrose, you think this is a pit trap. Where if you guys had just walked onto it, it would have opened up beneath you like a trapdoor, and you would have fallen in.
Oh, good.
So you guys can avoid it, or try and jump over it, or you can try and disable it, if anyone is trained in thievery.
No.
There's two paths, right?
There are two paths. You could just go the right path.
I mean, that message said a lot about going right.
Did.
But did it want you to go
Oh,
right?
yeah, I don't know.
For a reason.
Probably, yeah. I'm getting that vibe from this place. When right is left, and left is right. One is right and one is wrong, I'm not sure. Left is right. I think that's the answer. I'm just going to go with that.
When right is left, left is right.
Left is right.
Yeah, I think left
Yeah, I think
right.
that's the answer. Maybe I'm
But then it says
thinking.
you'll never find it right. Maybe it wants us to go left. I don't know.
One is right and one is wrong. You must feel.
Oh
very
my god, I
strong.
never moved you guys
maybe
over.
it's
Sorry.
wrong because the trap is there, and we might not have seen it. So let's go to, as you said,
That's the wrong
left.
music.
Fighting and hurting us, we are small, cruel and tall, are you all? Pick a path.
I think that's the next room. But who knows?
I mean, I can't see anything. It's dark.
Oh yeah, and it might need to put Scrick's light back on. Yeah. Boop.
Who will be left when some are gone?
The others.
It's
It says choose right and choose well.
but left is right.
Left is
I
right.
think it's left.
I think it's left.
Yeah.
But maybe they want us to go left. Oh.
I think we go left. There's a trap there. I feel like we know what we're going in for a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, Primrose can jump over it. I don't know everyone else.
I'm going with the simplicity that left is right, and I think that's the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would I don't know if Celia can even jump across, can she?
So the leap that we were doing in Straight Empire would only get you to there. So
Yeah.
you will need to attempt a proper long jump.
How do I do that?
Primrose has got a very good long jump. So
Yeah, I think Primrose is just gonna fucking boink
Long
over.
jump.
You stride, then make a horizontal leap and attempt an athletics check to increase the length of your jump. The DC of the athletics check is equal to the total distance in feet you're attempting to move during your leap, which is 15 feet.
Ooh.
Well, really, arguably, it's 11 feet, but yeah. Anything above 10 on an athletics check would get you there.
I'm pretty good at athletics.
It's about raw strength, right? Not acrobatics.
Correct, yeah.
Ah, shit.
I could try and yeet you across if you want.
long jump.
Yeah, you could try and aid.
With a 10-foot stride, it's a d20 plus athletics.
Grip's gonna be like, yeah, and he just like runs at it. He's still
Okay.
trying to
And that
jump.
just equals
Let's-
the foot you jump.
Let's see that athletics.
Here we
Oh,
go.
shit,
Here
hang
comes
on.
the critical fail.
Hey!
Oh, nice.
Barely.
Grit comes to rest exactly just over the line on the other side, wheels his little arms around as he leans backwards for a second, and you all hold your breath before he rights himself.
Nice job, Scrag.
Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna go have a... Can he smell anything? This junk pile.
Okay, yeah, let's do
Let me go
check.
ahead.
Okay. You cannot smell any creatures in the junk pile. The junk has all manner of different smells, soil fabrics and so on. And that heavy moisture in the air is generally giving you an interesting smell. It's not a horrible one. It's kind of just weird. Sometimes it smells of like spice or incense. Sometimes it smells of musty earth or that wonderful smell of fresh cut grass or when it's just freshly rained. It kind of shifts. It's weird. But yeah, no creatures.
He'd be like, I'll be jumping over, and you just like jump into the pile.
Wait, I need the light.
Scrooge McDuck.
He'd leave a light and use his dark vision to see.
Very cool.
Celia's
I will
going to
put a
start
little torch down.
helping people across.
I mean,
I need to go on the old layer.
Primrose just jumps
I mean, I think
over. She
Primrose-
doesn't even need a long jump.
Yeah.
Blip.
Boom. Celia will help Morrigan across.
Cool. Yeah, if you want to do an aid check, Celia, if you, with your athletics, please.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, great. I don't know what is
Not a critical fail, but it is a fail. So yours will just be a pure athletics, Morrigan. Got to get an 11 or higher.
Oh, oh no.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Do you have a hero point? Okay. Boo! You make it this far. I would have assumed you would have put Revna back in a tattoo for you jumping as well. Yeah, yeah. So Revna is in your in its tattoo. in their tattoo form right now. You jump, Morrigan, but the dirt gives way as you try and push back with your right leg as you leap forward. And Primrose, you can see straight away that she's not going to make it. She lands on that side, and the trap works as intended, whoosh, giving way immediately. However,
can Primrose try and like grab a hand out?
So there is a reaction called Grab an Edge for Morrigan to have a go at, and I'll allow you to roll an aid check to help her.
Yeah.
This would be, I mean, I'm thinking it's like a flipping reflex save, essentially.
Yeah.
Not typically what we'd use for an aid check, but that works for me, if that works for you.
Reflex save.
Reflex save.
No.
And then 14? It's not bad at all, because you were standing right there, so I changed the DC a little bit. So that is going to give Morrigan, I think, normal aid successes +1.
Yeah, +1, yeah, it is.
+1, so...
I'm sickened. Sickened. What that does?
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. You still got there. So Morrigan, I need a reflex save from you, please. You get an extra +1 to this from Primrose.
Oh my god.
Let me have a little check. Oh, you do have a hand free, don't you? Just reading. Okay. Yeah. With Primrose's help, you manage to slam, not very gracefully, into the side of it. But you manage to grab a hand on Primrose's little paw is now grasped in one of your hands and your other hand scrabbling on the side. Anya's going to let go because she doesn't want to hurt Primrose. The look on her face right now.
You can see Primrose straining.
Celia going to jump across so she can help Primrose.
Absolutely. Celia, athletics check for me, please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Celia, you land handily on the other side.
You see Primrose uses Tanglefoot to wrap vines around her as well.
Oh, very nice. Hero point for that. And with the two of you and the Tanglefoot and little Dandy holding on as well, pulling at you, Morrigan, you manage to clamber up safely onto the side. You can see it's not too far down, but it would have been a 10-foot fall. And in Pathfinder, the fall damage is nasty. It's basically 1 damage for every foot you fall. So you would have taken 10 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah. But yeah, you're safe. Pulled up by your companions.
Oh, you worried me for a minute there.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
That was too fucking close.
Yeah, I'm not planning on doing that one again in a hurry.
Scrick, I know you love the junk, but you could have been pit food.
Yeah, I'm fine. As he's like looking around in this pile.
Yeah, crafting check for me, please, Scrick.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
F5.
I'll use a hero point.
I felt that coming a mile off.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Hey.
Ooh, okay. A D4 for me, please.
God comes back.
Interesting. Okay. You have the choice now, because you rolled really well on that crafting check. DC's a variant here by the junk pile. You actually got a critical success there, because this is a very large junk pile. You have a choice. You can either find, in Scrick searching, 3 of the smaller items that you found before. I know you're having fun with those. Or a singular but much fancier item.
He hasn't got anything that's real fancy yet. I'm gonna go for the bigger one.
The bigger one?
Thanks,
I-
Bruce. No.
He's going for the big prize. Can I have a D12 then, please? N. Okay. In amongst the junk, you find lots of little bits and pieces, though much of it is mulched down and damaged by the moisture this far in. But further in you find a warped wooden box, like a jewelry box. But as you open it, there is only one thing inside. And miraculously dry on blue silk fabric is cushioned a small vial. Inside the vial is a silvery liquid that doesn't seem to sit at rest. It moves, seemingly with a will of its own, moving back and forth like a swirling vortex inside this little glass vial.
So it looks like mercury moving around.
Exactly right, yeah.
I mean, he got the box and the blue silk as well, so I feel like that was...
Half expecting the vial to go over your shoulder, like, box!
Kind of looks at it. Would he have any idea what it is?
Yeah, so identifying works a little bit differently in Pathfinder. It takes 10 minutes, kind of like a downtime. Well, not full downtime. Kind of like when you do your refocusing or your treat wounds or what have you. You spend 10 minutes doing it, but you could do it now if your companions are happy to wait 10 minutes as well. It's up to you guys. You can do an immediate inspection, though. Roll, and this would definitely be Arcana. I wish you had dubious knowledge, and I'd rolled that secretly. Yeah, you've got no idea, Skrick. It's really pretty, though.
Imagine if everyone else was done, he'd just be sitting on his hands and knees with the box open, looking at it like, ooh.
It is very pretty.
We better get moving now.
Yeah. And he like packs the box up, throws it in his backpack. Oh, look at that later.
Very nice.
Am I still sickened 10 minutes later?
I don't think you have waited 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So for the moment you are, I'm afraid. What I will say is, in this area, you see many short, brightly coloured, sprouting fungi. They seem to slowly wave back and forth as if in a non-existent wind. The cap of the fungus is teal coloured, like you can see here on the map, with large purple blotches, and as it moves, it seems to emit a tiny sound like bells jingling.
Oh, would Primrose know what it is?
You can absolutely do a nature check for me. Everyone's welcome to do a nature check.
Can I do plant lore?
Oh, fuck yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Very cool. Plant lore it up.
Nature is taking
Hey,
that up.
I've got no fucking clue.
Well, I think the plant lore will have a lower DC. Okay, so Morrigan, you're staring at these things, and by process of elimination, none of these look like anything you've seen before. You are pretty confident that mushrooms like this do not grow in this area. South, you think in the Hunter's Coast, around Lumen, you think in the whole of South Hespia, nothing grows like this. Primrose, you've seen a drawing. Now, this wasn't in like an encyclopedic book. This wasn't a beautiful drawing of a mushroom like this. This was from a children's book. You remember being read a book by your mum, and in the background, this story about fairies and incredible creatures in a place called the Feywild. But you remember in the background there were these mushrooms coloured with this beautiful teal and purple splotches. And you remember them being referred to in the book as a gloom shroom.
Okay.
You think this type of fungus is only found in the Fey realms, and the fact that it's here is really, really weird.
That's really weird, and she's going to collect some.
Yep. And there are many stories. You don't know any specific to these mushrooms, but there are stories of plants from the Feywild having very powerful properties.
Ooh. Like what?
All sorts. There are stories that ground up powders of certain flowers in the Feywild can make you fly temporarily. Others that make you see into different different dimensions, if you like. Some that can help you grow twice the size to what you normally are. All these different mad properties.
She'll collect up probably quite a lot of it then, probably fill a bag of it.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know much about actual mushrooms, but how do you, grow them? They don't have seeds, what do they have?
Oh,
They
it's spores.
You implant
they have-
them in old women.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they have spores. And so, I mean, I'm no expert, but often they come out from the caps, and these caps do look like they have those awesome mushroom gills underneath with the spores.
Cool, we'll get some of that then.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, you managed to collect up all the gloom shrooms in this room. You notice that as well, maybe this would change Primrose's mind, so I'll tell you. As you go to pick the first one, the jingling and the waving of the shroom kind of sadly kind of wilts and stops, and the jingling bell sound stops.
That's sad. Should probably not get all of it then, but just a good amount.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you can add 4 or 5 gloom shrooms into your inventory. Very, very cool.
I'm gonna grow some more.
Yeah.
And it's in the little poem. Step deeper into the gloom.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where we go.
Yeah, you see ahead of you, the kind of room that you're in, or the area that you're in, opens into a passageway on the far side. There is also an opening to the right here with the very large junk pile just there. And on top of the junk pile, you see... Let me read it out to you properly. The largest chamber you have seen so far is roughly circular in shape. The largest debris pile you've seen so far sits like a squat, jumbled mountain in the center of the space. Atop the mountain is a somewhat ornate and unbroken wooden chair, perhaps missing from the dining hall of Oakleaf Manor itself. Atop said chair is a sleeping ginger tabby cat.
It's
There
Mr.
is.
Muffin Paws.
Does look like Mr. Muffin Paws.
You could call out to him, maybe he'll come down.
Yeah, Celia's looking in, but she's also like...
Yeah.
She's also like... The poem.
Yeah.
Deeper into the gloom. Right is left.
Yeah.
But he's also right there.
Yeah, Celia, with your dark vision, you're able to see quite far ahead. And looking down into that far chamber, you see the telltale glimmer of a water's surface and a number of different exotic plants surrounding this water. Looks like quite a large area.
Can she see the opening on the other side, or is the junk blocking it?
You wouldn't see that opening at the moment, no.
Okay. Can she search to see if there's any more traps?
Yeah, absolutely. Make a little check for you. You feel pretty confident. There's no traps. The floor looks secure. I mean, the large junk pile looks pretty, as with all the junk piles, fairly precarious to stand on. But no out-and-out traps, tripwires, anything like that.
She'll call out to Mr. Muffin Paws, doing the little cat, sound.
Yeah. As you do so, the little ears prick up, and Mr. Muffin Paws' feline face turns to look at you, regards you for a moment as cats do, and then goes back to snoozing resting on his paws on the chair.
Script's gonna be like, "Oi, prick!" at the cat. Come over here. We've come a long way.
The little ears swivel, but the cat doesn't even look up.
It's gonna get a little rock. It's gonna throw it near the cat.
You throw the rock. Make an attack roll. I know you're not hitting the cat. There is no outcome where you hit it.
Okay.
Nine. The rock lands vaguely nearby and tumbles down in the junk pile. The cat stretches and stands up, moves on top of the chair, and then settles down so its butt is facing the lot of you.
Place gives me weird vibes, but
Yeah.
he's right there. She's gonna move in to the room.
Anyone else following, or are you just watching Celia?
Bruno's gonna watch for now because she's not very confident about these fucking mushrooms being here. So random.
Sorry,
Sure.
Anya? Morrigan's going with Celia? Would you have Revna back out at the moment, by the way, or are you keeping Revna on the tattoo? Cool.
Celia's
Script.
gonna try and climb up onto the junk pile to get Mr. Muffin Paws. She's gonna she's gonna give her shield to Morrigan, or like just to hold it for a minute.
Okay.
And then like sheath her sword over her back.
Okay. As Celia begins to clamber up the side of the debris pile, everyone except Primrose notices that the room itself begins to shift and warp, the soil and the stone around you moving impossibly from side to side, bending and warping in place. The debris on which you clamber, Celia, shifts and groans as broken barrels and table legs writhe like a pile of upturned crabs. Even the stone walls themselves like loom in and then impossibly rear back out as you are all affected by...
The fuck?
What, does Primrose just watch them wobbling around like like one of those when you walk
Everything
into
looks normal to you, Primrose,
Yeah.
and your three companions are just like freaking out.
Oh, is
Could
that okay?
could I have everyone make a perception check for me?
Me as well.
Nope, you're fine, Primrose. Ooh, Skrick, 24. Okay, Skrick. Skrick, you figure out that these are illusions. You kind of blink your eyes twice and the shifting seems to like stutter but then keep warping. The illusion doesn't break for you, but you're able to disbelieve the illusion itself. The magic doesn't fully hold your mind. However, the whole room that you're in right now is difficult terrain to you, as it still looks like it's warping, so it's as if you're having to step carefully across a lurching ship's deck.
Yeah.
Morrigan...
So it's basically like he's really, really drunk.
Yeah, it's like the world is spinning around you. Morrigan, it's the same for you. Oh, no, sorry. No, you are the same as Celia. Celia and Morrigan. The room is spinning, and it feels like at any moment it's gonna like give way from you. The magic has fully taken hold of your mind. You treat the room as difficult terrain, same as Skrick, but you also become sickened one, just like poor Primrose. And you are unable to use the Wretch action to get rid of the sickened condition whilst you are in the room. Let's do a little symbol on you, shall we?
I guess he doesn't see anything else. Is that big pile of junk actually there or not?
The big pile of junk does seem to be there, though for you it's all like warping around all over the place.
Does he get imaginary smells as well, or can he tell they're real?
Your nose would actually give you, would I think that's a really great description of how you did better than the other two. Your nose would still hold true. Your nose is unaffected by this illusion.
Can you smell the dankness of any of the Jenkins?
Roll. Okay. You're +6, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So, as you sniff, you get the cat smell, but you get a very strong smell. Not like the Jinkin, and not like any of the other gremlin smells that you've smelt before. But as you sniff, you get the strong impression that there is a gremlin, as at the top of the pile, appearing, already stroking Mr. Muffin Paws, appearing next to the chair, is a large gremlin. This creature, I know you can see its name, has long black hair going down to either side of its face. It is crooked over, and the hair actually covers its whole body, so you just see these little arms, little hands and feet sticking out of the hair. Large ears pointing back as well, and you all notice that it has 3 eyes in place. The third eye solidly in the middle of its forehead, and the eyes are a milky blue color. Okay, it is notably bigger than the other ones, though still not quite 3 feet tall. The eyes glow with a flickering energy behind them. And this creature seems very pleased at the effect that the magic is having on some of your companions, and seems very smug at the fact that it has only just now revealed itself. It is going to be taking actions against you. So as our final thing for this evening, let's have everyone roll initiative, please.
I assume Primrose can see it as well.
Primrose can see it just fine, and Primrose would notice, probably clearer than the others with the warping room affecting them, that this thing did seem to appear out of thin air, as if...
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the cat actually there?
The cat seems to be there, sitting happily on the chair, currently being stroked by this creature.
Yeah, Nuglub.
Nuglub. I actually love all the gremlins. They're so cool. Ooh, that's a bit loud. And a bit off.
But we did go in the right room if the cat's there.
Cat's there, yeah.
I think we were meant to go all the way around, but
Or maybe you wouldn't have got the illusion.
yeah, I think Celia just saw the cat and was like, okay.
It's a cat.
Nuglub rolled rather well on their initiative.
Oh god.
Morrigan, Scrick, Celia, and then Primrose.
15.
Oh yeah, it has it for Dandy. But I kind of love that. We'll just keep that as it is. It's super cute. Okay, amazing. Yeah, and this creature smugly looking down does seem to have a glowering condescension in its eyes as it raises its other hand towards you all. But we will stop there for today.